important has Trevor been to your acclimation to the NFL?
Been really important. I just got to do my job. That's the most important thing for me, just coming out here doing my job, improving myself.
And Coach mentioned that you ran through a play several times in the run-up to the Kansas City game. Mm-hmm. Can you sort of talk me through what you did on the practice field?
I wanted to get that ball completed. We messed it up a couple of times. We got overthrows. We got short. I didn't get my depth sometimes. So I just wanted to make sure it was perfect before I left, and it was perfect in the game. I made the grab that I need to grab.
Congratulations on getting baptised at the weekend. You spoke about wanting to become a new you. Mm-hmm. What kind of person do you think that new you? What kind of person do you hope that new you will be like?
The kind of person I know I will be, just respectful, kind, always loyal to my people, and just being upfront and being straightforward. Just being a family person, being the same person I really been. Just been happy, not negative, and just been a better person.
Travis, it felt like every week your roles continue to grow. How much has it been about patience? You know what you're capable of, but being patient about really establishing yourself in the team and in the NFL as well?
It's very important for me to be patient. They just got to let the game come to me. Coach is trying to dial up a couple things for me, and I just got to continue to just work and just having the guys trust me because I'm doing my job every time. So I just got to continue to do my job.
What do you think? You think that's on the way to happening? Some of those plays that are dialed up, some of those things that are almost there. Mm-hmm. Are they on the verge?
Yeah. I just got to continue to be consistent for the quarterback and for the coaches so they can trust me more.
Is it hard to be patient?
No, it's not hard.
Why can you do that, though? I mean, you're a playmaker. You like to have the ball in your hands. Why is that patient part not so difficult for you?
It's a team sport. I just go out there and do my job, and the other guys do their job, and we continue to be a team, not be selfish, and just continue to be consistent and win the games the best way we could.
How close do you guys think you are offensively to a lot of those things, whether it's involving you or running game, whatever, of clicking to where you want to be?
We just got to start with the self-inflicted wounds. When we're pretty straightforward, no penalties, and everyone is doing their job, we're a great offense. So we just got to continue to just do our job.
Have you been to England before?
Nah, this is my first time.
And how's it for you? Sorry, it's a bit cold.
Nah, this is kind of how it was in Colorado. Just we had the sun, but it's been great. It's been good. I just be chilling in my room.
Have your teammates told you anything about what to expect from the game at the weekend?
Nah, just go out there and play, be myself.
Sorry, I meant the kind of atmosphere that's involved with the international games.
This is my first time being here, so I really don't know. Just go out there and just do my thing.
What was it like shooting the commercial with Trevor? Because you're kind of the face of the franchise with him, really, aren't you?
It's great. It's just bonding. We get to see each other in the natural, just outside of football. So it was great.
All right, thanks, Travis.
No problem.
Thanks, Travis.
What's going on? How are y'all? Good. Doing well.
What's it like being a mentor to Travis Hunter?
Man, he's been fun to be around. Unique, personality and just the energy he brings to the team. So just trying to, as far as like his mindset and his attitude, I think he doesn't need much help. I think he goes about things the right way. He wants to get better. He wants to, learn. And but as far as just like the football side of it, the mental part, just because I've seen a lot of ball at this point now, and I'm throwing to him, and we have to be on the same page. There's a lot of conversations that go into each week, every game plan, trying to get dialed into so that we are just, on the same page and have that chemistry, because that's so important in a quarterback wide receiver. So it's coming along every week. I think, he's making big improvements, and I'm finding more ways to keep him involved and to get him the ball. I think that's the biggest thing. He has so much talent. Like, you got to find ways to keep featuring him just because he's so good with the ball in his hands.
The coach said you ran through a few plays before the Kansas City game. That's been very rewarding to see that come off.
You're talking about getting something to Travis? Yeah, for sure. That was one play in particular where he had the big catch with jumping over the guys and making that crazy catch. That was one it didn't unfold exactly how we thought. I had to scramble a little bit, but we threw that route probably 8 times after practice one day until we got it right. And just that type of mindset from him is great as a quarterback. There's not many guys that are willing to do that after a hard practice, go out there and run, 8 50-yard routes just back to back to back until we get it right. And he wanted to. He was kind of the one pushing that. So he's a hard worker.
Last one on Travis. What was it like shooting the commercial with him?
It was great. That was before we'd really spent a lot of time together. We'd spent a little bit of time together, and so I knew him, but not super well yet. So it was good just spending the whole day with him. And obviously, it's kind of a lighthearted, funny commercial, but just getting to do that together, I think, was good for our relationship. And hopefully, we're together for a long time. So I think that was just the start of hopefully our career, like I said, together for a while.
Is it, in a sense, is he part of the evolution of where you guys can take this offense? Because you've really only hit, I think, that one explosive play to him. So you can there's more out there. He's going to obviously do more than that as the season goes along. I mean, is that an example of where you can take it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's able to do a lot for us, and obviously there's a lot on his plate as far as what he can do for our team. I mean, he's a great corner. He's a great receiver. And I think trying to find the right way to use them is something that we're always looking at doing every week. And sometimes it looks different, and sometimes we might not give him as many touches as we wanted to or we planned to, and the game just unfolds a little bit differently. And that's just football. That just happens. But it's definitely something that we are consistently trying to do, because I think we've all seen how special he is when he gets opportunities downfield or just catches the ball underneath and can make people miss and turn those 5-yard passes into 25-yard gains because he's so good with the ball in his hands. So exactly right. I mean, that is part of the, evolution of our offense, and keep getting better is finding more opportunities like that. And then just across the board, I think continuing to improve in the pass game, obviously, in every part of our offense, but the pass game specifically, just getting better and better and more consistent. I think that's starting to show up a little bit, but we got to keep getting better. And then the running the ball, that's something that we've prided ourselves on, that looks like we're a tough unit and we can do that, and we got to continue to do that.
This will be your 7th game in London already. What's it been like for you to play in and to experience all those games?
It's fun. It's fun being over here. It really is. At first when I came here in 21, it's kind of crazy, coming out here for the first time. You don't know what to expect, and you're coming out for one game. I think we were here for like 2.5 days, and it's such a long trip. And it's a quick turnaround, but once you do it, and then you come back, and it starts to feel like I don't want to say like a second home, but for us, like we're so used to coming here like at the Grove, and all the employees are so friendly and nice, and seeing all the fans and the experience at the games, playing in the two stadiums. The two stadiums are incredible. It's a cool atmosphere to play in, and we've kind of gotten used to the whole travel deal and stuff like that. So it's not as big of a deal for us now, and I just enjoy it. I mean, it's fun being over here, and I think it's a good opportunity for our team to just come closer together. We spend a lot of time together, just because we're all kind of separated from home and our families and all that stuff for a couple of days, so we're kind of have to hang around each other. And not that we don't like to do that, but it's just more time, and I think that part of it's always fun.
Do you like this week? Do you like the length you're here, just from an acclimation standpoint?
Yeah, I think it's. I think there's two thoughts behind it. I do like it because today you're starting to feel a little bit better. I know in the past we come Thursday night and land Friday morning. It can be, and we've played well doing that at times. So I'm not saying that you can't play well doing that, but it is a quick turnaround. I think Sunday morning you still are kind of trying to bounce back and get your rest Saturday night, and you're trying to make sure you're good to go Sunday because you got to play. So it's a quick turnaround. So I think this, gives us a good opportunity to get our rest and kind of get adjusted by the time Sunday comes around. And obviously, too, you can get a couple good days of practice out here, get acclimated. So I think it's been good. Obviously, we're only on the first day, first day, kind of, I don't know when we landed yesterday morning, but it's been good so far. So this is my first time doing this one.
Trevor, when you look at the league as a whole at the moment, we see contenders losing games, contenders losing big players for injuries. It feels so wide open. Do you as a team feel an opportunity to take advantage of that?
Yeah, I mean, that's not, I wouldn't say that's how we look at it. I do think that you look at that's just the NFL, and I think it's showing even more this year of just, it's any given Sunday. You have to play well. No matter who you're playing, no matter how many games you've won, you have to show up and play every week because any team can beat you, and there's a lot of good football teams out there. So I think it's just showing that more than anything. For us, we have to take it one game at a time, and we'll look up at the end of the season and see where we're at, see how many games we've won to put us in position for the postseason and all that stuff. But I think you have to keep that narrow focus, and you can't look at the other teams and what they're doing, and teams that are usually contenders that are losing. I think you start doing that, and you start losing focus of what's in front of you because all these games are so important when it gets to the end of the season. You need to obviously win as many of these as you can to put yourself in position.
Your numbers are better the last few weeks. Or do you think that's indicative of how you're playing? Do you feel like you're playing better in the system, better in the last few games than the first few games?
Yeah, I think I'm getting more and more comfortable in the system, and I think just getting back to the feel of the game. Obviously missed a lot of time last year, and it's been a while since I've been out there. Full go. I feel like I'm getting more and more comfortable, even just being in the pocket again and like moving around. I think the last couple of weeks have been better examples of that. And then there's a lot of areas that I still can improve a lot on, and that's I think that's the good thing about our offense, and specifically is just we're still leaving a lot out there, and we can score a lot more points and be a lot more productive. So I know for me, some of the plays last week that I need to clean up, some of the progression stuff, and obviously everyone wants to talk about getting sacked a lot, but I think I can help with that as far as getting the ball out and finding some guys underneath a little bit more. So I got to help our offense out and stay on the field and keep those drives going by getting the ball out of my hands on some of those second and longs and finding completions. And so there's a lot of areas that I can improve on, but I definitely think I'm trending the right direction, and that's what it's about. Just keep getting better every week, and good things will happen.
You got your first NFL win over here in London. Have you spoken to Travis about that experience and about maybe him having that kind of breakout performance here?
No, we haven't talked about that specifically, but yeah, that was some good memories. We needed that one bad. We came over here, and I think we were 0-5 going into that game and played the Dolphins, and it was fun getting a win, I'll tell you that. It makes the flight back a lot more fun when you win, so that's obviously the goal for this Sunday.
How confident are you that everything up front in the running game will get back to where you wanted it? And do you just look at it as an off day, Sunday, and not really who you guys are?
Yeah, I think it's, you look at what we've been able to do as an offense, and there's been some inconsistencies and things we've done, but, as far as over the course of the season, we've ran the ball well, we've moved the line of scrimmage, we've done a really good job up front, and like I've said, it's the NFL, and it's not an excuse. We still have to come to play and play well in order for us to win. You got to play well, especially on offense. That's something that's what we control. We got to score more points than the other team. That's the whole point. So, but you can't take one game and freak out and let you lose sight of kind of the progress you've made and the things that you have done well. And you just got to get back to some of the basics, some of the fundamentals. Just do the little things well. We got to clean up the penalties, like we've talked about. That's something that we can control. I think if we start there, there'll be huge improvements. And then beyond that, there's little things that we can fine tune. But that's the starting point for us.
I see Robert and Jonah working quite a bit together during practice. How much have you seen Jonah really develop from getting to the camps with you guys to where he is now?
Jonah's been great. Ever since he's come in, he's had that. He almost has like a veteran presence. He's not a. He's a really mature guy. He's smart. I think he's picked up the offense really quickly. I think Rob's helped a lot with that too because he's experienced and he's been in this system. And Rob's also really smart. So I think those two guys being the same position in the same room together, and him being able to learn from Rob and also just take that and into last week having to play, it felt like we as far as the communication, all that stuff, we didn't skip a beat. Like he was dialed in during the game. It wasn't like any moment was too big for him. He knew what to do. I think he played well, and we just got to keep building off that because if you can have a guy obviously like Jonah that can come in and play whenever, that's great. Having guys up front that can come in and play and you can and it doesn't throw things off. That's huge for us because it's that's a group that needs to gel together. No matter who's in there, it's important. So it's awesome.
All right, thanks, Trevor.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.